Hey everyone, welcome to The Dish. I'm your host, Anna Christina. Thank you so much for spending your Friday with me. You picked a good one. We are in the kitchen cooking up some food, specifically thinking about football season. I mean, we all don't know whether or not it's going to happen. Is it not? Is it going to be postponed, canceled? Well, we don't know, but what we do know is food is always good. You can always eat it. And joining me in the kitchen is Havird Usry from Fat Man's Hospitality Group. How are you doing?
I'm good. Good to be here.
I know, it's been such a weird time, hasn't it?
Oh, very weird.
But
very weird.
Nothing has stopped for you. You guys have been serving the community, literally.
Literally. And we've had our doors open the whole time, just trying to adapt and stay afloat and keep our heads above water. But that's been fun trying to figure that out, too.
Right. And again, I've stopped into Southern Salad a few times and to Fat Man's. Food is phenomenal there. And one of the things that I like is that you have found ways to adapt. Obviously, you've put protocols in place to make sure that everybody coming in is safe.
Yeah.
And even for your workers. But you've also been feeding the community.
Yeah.
So essential workers are important to you.
Super important. And we had to find opportunity, you know, to keep catering, to keep making money. And we saw a need for those healthcare workers to be fed. A lot of big industry with their cafeterias shut down and things like that to be fed. And of course, safety is our #1 priority for staff and for folks coming in the restaurant. So taking that protocol as well, but we're still here.
And there's a lot of hope in that because it shows that you can do it. We can all fight through this and find ways to continue on. And so let's focus on food. I mentioned football season. We don't know. Everything is changing by the day. And so what we brought is, or what you brought, not me, because I can cook, but not as well as you. Tell us what you brought, some coleslaw, but we're going to do it different ways.
Actually, I went out this past Friday, and there was coleslaw on the table at this birthday party we went to, and it was just an oversight, complete oversight. So, when you asked me to come on, I was like, I think coleslaw would be kind of cool. Is it a condiment? Is it a side? There's so many different styles, different textures, different vegetables you can do. So I've got kind of 3 different styles from each restaurant that we have, and we're going to roll from there. The first one's going to be more of like a fine cabbage, which we use as a hot dog topping. So that's why it's that way, and we're going to make it a little sweeter. We've got what we use at Fat Man's, which is going to be a little bit more of a shredded cabbage, and we have like kind of a barbecue twist on it because typically it's more of a side. And then the last one we're going to do is kind of a representation of Southern salad. It's a Asian coleslaw, then we're going to top it with a few different toppings and some grilled chicken. Well,
and you did it, if you haven't picked up on Havird and his restaurants, he has 3 of them. So Snowcap, Fat Man's, and Southern Salad.
That's it.
And so going to represent all 3 today. So let's start. We're going to start with the first one, which is the Snowcap. We are with
Snowcap, and the first thing that's going to happen there is about a cup of mayonnaise. Got to have some good mayonnaise.
Man, so are you Southern or not? Well, for now, I'm sure you use different things depending on where you're at, but I hear about Dukes all the time.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't bring the Dukes. I'll have some people cussing me at home today.
Oh my gosh, I had never heard of it until I moved here.
So we've got mayonnaise, apple cider vinegar, mustard, sugar, salt, and pepper. That is simple as it gets, but we like to make this much sweeter. So we go with a good bit of sugar, almost a half a cup of sugar in this small recipe.
And mix it all together.
That's it.
And that's just salt and pepper?
Salt and pepper, that's it. And then we're going to mix that.
There you go.
If you need to thin it a little bit, we'll thin with the apple cider vinegar, or you can actually just, if you don't want to change the flavor profile too much with the acidity, you can just add some water to it if you need to, because we want to make sure it is a liquid and a dressing.
A little bit strong if you continue to use more. But
yeah, if you use too much acid, it can be a little bit acidic.
Overbearing,
but we can balance that with a little bit of sugar as well.
Yeah, some sugar. Hey, don't be afraid to add that. Just pour it on in there.
So we'll just add that over the top.
And again, like you said, I mean, because people can use this all different ways. So this is a fun way to dress up your hot dog. I mean, yeah, I mean, this is a cool way to do it. Some people like onions, some people like cheese. This gives it a little crunch.
That's it. A little bit of crunch, a little bit of texture, and then we serve our slaw dog with just mustard and then this coleslaw over the top of it. So again, you get some of that acidity from the mustard, and then you balance it with a sweet coleslaw.
Y'all have done some great things out at Snowcap. You guys took over, I mean, how long has it been now? A little over a year?
It's a year and a half.
It's kind of weird, though, because through the pandemic, it's like, it feels like 2 years, but it feels like not. So,
Listen,
but it has been a year and a half.
That has been my diamond in the rough
Yeah.
with Snowcap. I mean, people
Right.
being able to drive in, pull in, get a burger. It's been
Yeah.
awesome, and it's really done well for us.
I mentioned I had stopped by the other ones, but I also stopped by there with the kids. I was picking up food for one of my friends who is, well, now she's had her baby.
Yeah.
She was very pregnant, and I said, I will come and bring you food. So that was the choice of the
Awesome.
day.
And we're going to use the same base
Okay.
for the Fat Man's recipe.
Okay.
And then we're just going to add some barbecue rub and some celery seed to it.
Super
So
easy.
same base, add those ingredients. It's going to give us a little bit of a different flavor profile
Yeah.
and color. We'll do that, and we're going to top a barbecue sandwich with that, and we'll do the Asian slaw as well.
Perfect. All right, guys, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to move on to the next one. We'll be right back with Havird.